Hi there, I'm John and welcome to More Outdoors. This video isn't going to take up much of your time, and by the end of it you will have gained a skill that could bail you out of an SHDF situation. So let's go. Here's a scenario that you could find yourself in, which many people find themselves in on a yearly basis. You're out on a long hike, you're in an unfamiliar area, you've completely lost track of where you're going, you don't know what north, south, east and west is, you've not got a compass, you've either lost it, it's broken, or you've just never brought it with you. It doesn't matter. Oh, and here's another one. Your iPhone hits out of battery, so you can't use the compasses on it either. What do? The navigational technique I'm about to demonstrate to you, all you need is two things. You need the sun in the sky, which is over there, and you need an old style analogue watch. That's this type here, with the hour hand and the minute hand. You will need that watch to be in working order and holding correct time for your area. Firstly, I'm going to demonstrate this technique using visual aids. I've got to use an orange for the sun, and I've got to lay everything out and all that way it's going to be easier for me to go over the points that you need to know. And then after that, I'm going to demonstrate a technique working in a real-time scenario using the actual sun and how things would be in a real-life scenario. I've actually got a compass where I'll demonstrate how accurate this method really is as well. So we've got a sun here represented by the orange, and you've got a watch in your hand. You're always best taking your watch off your wrist, it's easier to orientate it. So the parts of the watch you need to take into consideration is the hour hand, which is the smaller of the two hands, and the 12 o'clock. And what you want to do is have your hour hand pointing towards the sun, and then take into account the angle between the hour hand and 12, and you need to split that in two. And that would say that south was actually in that direction. Now this technique is fine for us guys that live in the Northern Hemisphere, but what do you do if you live in the south where everything is reversed? Well, simply you reverse the technique. Instead of pointing the hour hand at the sun, you point the 12 at the sun, and then you divide the difference, the angle between the two, and then you get north. When you're in the Northern Hemisphere, the technique finds you south. When you're in the Southern Hemisphere, the technique, when you reverse it, it finds you north. Now that covers the classroom theory side of things, where the sun is represented by an orange. Let's use the actual sun itself and show the technique used in a real life situation. Now I have got a compass, which I'm going to use to confirm the bearings I'm given and show you how accurate this technique really is. So here we go. Right, so we're lost. We've established we're lost. What do? First thing is don't panic. When you start panicking, you stop thinking clearly. When you stop thinking clearly, well, game's over. Makes things a hell of a lot harder for you. So rely on your knowledge, and you want to find the direction you're going. You've got your watch, you've got the sun. First thing first, you don't want to be looking directly at the sun, it's bad for your eyes. So wear a hat. If you're a baldy git like me, it's a necessary EDC. Put the hat up at the sun, and you can actually see through the actual mesh itself, and it will save your eyes. But once you've sorted out the location of the sun in the sky, you then take a straight line down onto the horizon, and you find a marker point somewhere in the landscape between where you're standing and the horizon. In this case, what I'm going to do is use that single tree stem, the thicker one. It's in the centre of the image, right there. And that's got to be my marker point because the sun is directly over that. Now I've got my hour hand pointing towards my target, the sun, and my marker on the horizon, and I've got 12 here. Now we are practically on 6 o'clock as it is, so that would state that south would be somewhere round about 3. Now I've got my compass here, and I'm going to confirm that. That's south, so therefore that is north. 3 o'clock, that's pretty accurate. Well, you just seen a technique there demonstrated of finding compass bearings without actually having a compass, just having an old style analogue watch and a wee bit of knowledge, and obviously the sun. So if you found this useful and interesting, I would appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. It does a lot for my confidence and actually does a lot for the channel as well, so I would appreciate it if you do that. By all means, as I say, leave us a wee comment, ask us any questions, just say hello, whatever. Again, that helps the channel a hell of a lot, and if you like seeing content like this and want to see more in the future, please consider hitting the subscribe button and subscribe to the channel. It's all appreciated, all helps me, and until next time folks, you take care and slange.